Hello guys, it's Wiley Bob. Welcome back to some more MyPlayer career mode, and we are getting straight into the first match. The Johnson's Paint Trophy, I think, is it? Yes, it is Johnson's Paint Trophy against Oldham. A very, very, very good team, Oldham. They're in the relegation places in League One, but you know, that's going to happen occasionally to teams, as seen with many, many teams that are really, really good. And from the last episode of this, we just come off the back of a 5-1 victory over York City away from home, which is a fantastic result. My first ever hat-trick, first ever professional hat-trick. And right at the end of the last episode, I got my the email, the text, whatever it was, saying that I was finally getting an England call-up. And it is an amazing feeling to know that I will be playing. I should be playing anyway for England anytime soon. And as you can see, my first header of my career. Yeah, my first headed goal of my professional career. So that is an amazing accomplishment right there. They have a nice shot. It deflects through. This is 90 minutes, literally the very, very last minute. And they've only 1 minute added on. It was only added on, and they get it. And obviously, they're going to get the EA, the lucky bounce, the luckiness, the CPU bullshit, you know. So there's not a lot you can do in that situation, and it goes to extra time, which isn't a bad result against Oldham, but we was winning until the last minute, so obviously you're going to be expecting to win. We're at home, and as you can see, Chapman, he has the best chance of extra time. Nothing else really happened, and he scuffs it, so it goes to penalties. An amazing accomplishment for Oldham, considering they were 1-0 down. Look at that. Look at those stats. 14 shots, 8 on target. They had 4 shots, 3 on target. We're going into the penalty shootout straight away, and we get the first lucky break. It's 1-0. Iwelumo steps up, a great striker. I don't know if he's actually at Oldham. I don't think he is, but they must have bought him on the game from Watford. He's a good player, very good player, especially for Oldham. And against us, he should have done well, but he didn't really have the best of games. You can see a nice little chip there from Potter. He's turning into a good player. I think he's quite young, so that works out okay. And we're 2-1 up on penalties. They take a shot. Is it gonna be saved? No, of course not, because the computer knows what they're doing exactly every time. And I was expecting, I'm going to be honest, I was expecting to lose this penalty shootout. I was looking for me. I was waiting for me, but this is the third penalty taker for us, and I still hadn't had a chance to take a penalty, so I don't know what was going on there, considering I'm normally the first choice penalty taker, and I've just come back into form on penalty taking, as you can see from the last episode, if you saw that. But as you can see, I get in number 4 spot, take the penalty, a nice smash into the top left. I get the accomplishment for scoring in a penalty shootout, and obviously that will boost up my my morale, and hopefully will put me up. And they missed their 4th penalty, their second from last. If we score this, we have won. It all comes down to the last penalty, their keeper versus our player Levine, a great player, one of our playmakers in the midfield. He takes the penalty and just smash down the middle, and a great penalty shootout for us, and we win 5-4 or 5-3, I believe it was. We scored every penalty. Or was it even 4-3? Maybe it was 4. No, it was 5, I think. I don't know. We won penalty shootout, and we're through to the next round of the Johnson's Paint Trophy. As you can see, I had 6 shots. One of them went in. It was 100% shooting, 86% passing. A very, very good match for me. As you can see, I had over 25 passes, and we're going straight into the international friendly. Apparently, I'm setting my sights on a debut win, but I didn't really say that. But obviously, the newspapers make it up. But as you can see, the manager decided to leave me out against Czech Republic. What a terrible mistake, in my opinion. I don't know why he didn't start me straight away. I was in form. It did my head in, you know. It's confusing. I just scored in my last maybe 6 matches, 7, 8 maybe. Maybe even 10. It could have, I don't know. We played very well, and I scored loads of goals. As you can see, the 34th minute in, Rooney missed the penalty, which obviously if I was there, I would have scored it probably. And as you can see, they take the lead, and it was a pretty bad performance for us. He wasn't playing me. Didn't even put me on the bench. So I'm blaming that on the reason we lost. And as you can see, we lose 1-0 to Czech Republic. But, you know, they're a good team, Czech Republic, but you really shouldn't be losing to them. You really shouldn't be. But as you can see, the manager finally puts me at striker, playing up front by myself. I have to say, it's quite a confusing thing in that match, but he started me, so I'm happy about that. Against Venezuela, I was expecting maybe a decent performance, maybe a 5-0 win. You know, I was expecting a really high scoring match for us, and a pretty easy match for us because Venezuela are not exactly the best of teams, especially as England are on this game 5-star, I think, overall. And with me in the team, they're obviously going to be 6-star. I'm joking, but that's overconfident. But I was getting an England call up at 17 years old. I was happy as hell, you know. I was so happy. I was getting a call up, even if it was in one friendly match that doesn't particularly matter that much. I was expecting a decent result, and I was expecting me to do well, as I said earlier, but it didn't really pan out how I expected. I did some nice passing. I couldn't really link up with them all too well because they hadn't really played with me and I didn't really know their play style. But as you can see, no real chances in the first half apart from that Rooney shot that came off the keeper, straight to the keeper. As you can see, they get the ball. Venezuela, they played some really nice football at times. Our defence couldn't cope with them because maybe our defence is crap or their attack is really good. But as you can see, they break through, they smash it, bottom right corner, and they are taking the lead at Wembley against England. I was so shocked. I can't even commentate properly now because, wow. You know? And it got down to the 80th minute. Literally no chances. Every time we picked up the ball, we lost it to them. They ran around our defence, ran around the midfield like that and just slotted the ball through and smashed it in. 2-0. 2-0 at Wembley. England are losing to Venezuela. 2-0. That is embarrassing, to say the least. But a great performance from them. I'll give them all the credit in the world. But they win 2-0 and we get a 6.0 rating. I was hoping to pick my form back up in this match against Morecambe. I was expecting a pretty decent match. They're obviously going to be a tough opposition. I didn't think they were near the top of the table, so I wasn't expecting huge amounts from them. But as you can see, we're 5 points off of Cheltenham. We need to win this match again. It's another must-win game halfway through the season. Just below, I should say, halfway. But no chances in this match at all for any of the teams. I was expecting a 0-0 in the end because we were both playing really good. And as you can see, they get a penalty, which I'm quite frankly so upset about. I run down the length of the field to go to the referee, but they missed that penalty, as you can see. And we get a lucky break there. But as you can see, literally 2 minutes later, they pushed through. They did some nice passing in the box. They run through. They get a lucky deflection off the keeper and a nice finish from that player. Morecambe taking a surprising 1-0 lead in the 85th minute, and we are falling and we are skyrocketing towards the ground with our form lately. We're not picking up the wins we should be. We're getting draws for games we should win. And basically it's a terrible performance from us so far, but my form's still good, so I'm happy. Remember, if you do like this video, leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, do all that stuff, and I will see you all next time.